Man, that was some semi-final. We had it all. Competition, drama, speed shearing. What can we expect from this one?
Yeah, I didn't actually get the time on that one, Phil. Can you recall what it was, the fastest time? Something like about 34 points, 34 and a half points. So that's, what?
10, just 11 minutes perhaps?
11 minutes something. Yeah, it's close to 12 minutes.
That's not too bad when there's those Corridales in the mix as well.
You know how, ladies and gentlemen, we worked that out? It was 34.47 or something for the fastest time. Well, we multiply the minute by 3. So that means every 22nd that a shearer takes to shear his allotted number of sheep, that is 1 point in time. So that's how it worked. And it works out that the next column on those that big TV screen up there when it comes up is the board points. That's the average number of second cuts or demerit points to the shearer as he's competing, cutting the wool off. And then, of course, the third line will be the the pen points, which are out the back, and they are how the final judging comes to go around. The average number of demerit points for wool left on and so like outside, plus the total points at the far end.
Okay, our referee again, Mr. Paul Harris, just making sure that everything's right. He's available to the shearers straight away. Shearers, you don't have too long to look at those pens.
Excuse me, Phil. That pale blue Hyundai rented car out the front. Mr. Craig Cooper would like to speak to the driver immediately here at the announcers table. A pale blue Hyundai rental car out the front of the stadium. Would you, the driver of that, please come to see Mr. Craig Cooper here at the announcers table? We have a green light. Is the referee happy?
He's still out there on the board at the moment, but yes, shearers, you should be back on the board by now. So we've got Gavin Much from Scotland back on the board. Gareth Daniels, we need you back there. John Kirkpatrick makes his way back to the board. Shannon Warnes from Australia is out.
Well, Coro, we had everything you wanted to see in that first one. What do you expect to see this time?
Adam Berry from England. He's, come on, let's have you back on the board, please. All right, the shearers are out on the board. Looks like Paul might be all happy. He's got given us the nod. Shearers on the board. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready, competitors, get set, go, and a last minute instruction from Kirkpatrick to the pen boy. They're back onto the board. Here they go on the Corridales. Where's the pace going to come from? We have the current world champion up there on stand number 1, a former world champion and a very, very good fine wool shearer. In fact, an expert, Shannon Warnes from Australia on 2. Adam Berry from England on 3, and he looks like he likes these ones. Over the tail for Kirkpatrick from New Zealand on stand number 4. Then we go to Gareth Daniel from Wales on stand 5 and Gavin Much from Scotland on stand number 6. It's fairly even at the moment, or is it? No, maybe it's not. Stands 1 and 2, Ferguson and Warnes. Then Berry joins them. It's nothing much in it, John McBride.
Oh, just keep an eye on that Scotsman down there. I'm sure he's going to lift the sails shortly as he's about to turn onto the last side. The Wongamoman man comes over the shoulder, representing Scotland down there. Yeah, but Australia fairly strong in the front second stand here down the last side. In the yellow shorts, Shannon comes out, Warnes comes out the last leg, gets it there, Cam Ferguson under the shoulder, likewise Johnny Kirkpatrick, and there goes Adam Berry, but it's in goes in a minute 10. It's Shannon Warnes and Gavin Much together, Gareth Daniels under the shoulder, Adam Berry out the last leg, Johnny Kay there for New Zealand out the last leg as well. Crikey, she's pretty tight up there, and they go together. Stands 3 and 4, Cam Ferguson a bit slow on that last side there, but down there on stand number 5, in goes the Welshman. He's be calling for the Dragon to hit him up shortly. Here comes the Welshman. He's got another one on the board, but it's Australia on stand number 2, Georgie. And down there on stand number 6, Gavin Much for Scotland.
It stands number 2 and 6 at the moment. They drop down into the first shoulder, down into the long blows of our second sheep. And I think the Scotsman has pulled a couple of blows back on Shannon Warnes this time. It's Gavin Mudge, the Scotsman. Who's going to get the turn? The Scotsman. Come on, is there anybody here from Scotland? Gavin Mudge gets the turn. Down to the shoulder he comes. Shannon Morris pushing hard there, but it's going to be Ivan Scott. Don't forget Wales, England and New Zealand are all there as well, but it looks like Scotland all the way here on stand number 6. Out the back leg goes Gavin Mudge, Shannon Morris chasing, but it's Gavin Mudge here on stand number 6, and in he goes for sheep number 3, Phil.
Well, they're into the long wall now, and Much is the first one back, the Scotsman. Look at the rest of them. Stands 1, 2, 3 and 4 all together, and 5 is not far behind. In goes Shannon Warnes, in goes John Kirkpatrick. Are we going to see a bit of difference here? Let's have a look. Adam Berry from England goes in. Cam Ferguson changes his handpiece, and he's in on stand number 1. Over down the last side comes the Welshman Gareth Daniels on stand number 5. Bit of a kicker there for Gavin Much from Scotland. Over the tail goes Kirkpatrick. The top knot's off for the Australian in the green and gold on stand number 2. Adam Berry, what a good shearer this boy. In goes Gareth Daniels from Wales on stand number 5. Johnny now where's the move coming from? And it looks like Johnny Kirkpatrick's taken over the lead. The New Zealander says it's time to wind it up, but Australia and Scotland are right there with him. Into the first front shoulder goes the current world champion Cam Ferguson. But you've got to make it through these semi-finals first to get into the top 6, John McBride. Yeah. You're not going to be world champion unless you get through this lot.
Hey, don't blink, you'll miss a sheep as Shannon Warnes comes down the last side. But as Captain Kirk for New Zealand steps into the pen ahead of a lot of them. Here comes Warnes next. Gavin Much lost a bit of ground on that one. Cam Ferguson out the last leg. He had quite a tight fleece. Down the last side, there comes Adam Berry for England in the white shirt. Down there, likewise, Gareth Daniels for Wales. That is still early in the piece. We're not even halfway yet. Here goes the Englishman, steps in now. Just about mounted his door there as he got one in the ribs cage. Got it out. Big long wool sheep, but Johnny Kay's got a bit of trouble with that one. He steps up the neck. Here comes Gavin Much. Shannon Wallace, the top knot off. Who's going to break the neck open first? Here comes Ferguson around the back of the head and down towards the first shoulder, but it's Johnny Kay into the long blow first. He's still hanging on. A wriggler for the Englishman. Gavin Much hasn't given up yet. The flying Scotsman from Kahuratai. Down over the side of the full shoulder he comes. Rocking off that last shoulder. Johnny Kay right with him. Here comes Cam Ferguson on the front stand. Right across Shannon's Warden right there as well. These are long walls. They're really making hard work of it. They'll be on to the second shear shortly. As it is down there, the flying Scotsman, Georgie.
Yes, it's the flying Scotsman here on 6. Out comes Cam Ferguson and Johnny Kay out there as well on stands 1 and 4. Shannon Warnes, the Aussie, he comes out there on 2 as well. But it's the flying Scotsman here on stand number 6 all the way at the moment. Don't forget Wales, Gareth Daniels there on 5. Adam Berry, he turns for home. Down the last side he comes and away to go. It's Gareth Daniels for Wales now on stand 5. Out the back leg he goes, just another blow, and he goes in as well. But it's Gavin Mudge pops up the neck here for Scotland. Right there, Johnny Kay has pulled it back. But look at stand 1, your own New Zealander, Cam Ferguson. He's got into the lead at the moment. Down the last side comes Cam Ferguson down to the shoulder. He's pulling away now. Cam Ferguson, stand number 1 there for New Zealand. Down to the flank, out the back leg, Johnny Kay and Gavin Mudge. But it's stand number 1, Cam Ferguson it is. And out he comes on stand number 1 there, Phil.
Yeah, he changes a handpiece into the second year. The current world champion, ladies and gentlemen. But in goes Johnny Kay. He changes a handpiece. He wants a better cut, a different cut for the second year. The short wool back on the board. Now we're going to see a battle. And the Scotsman can cheer these as well. Around the long block comes Gareth Daniels on stand number 5. On to the last side. In goes Shannon Warnes in the green and gold. Adam Berry for England. He's down over the last front shoulder. But look at this current world champion, Cam Ferguson of New Zealand. He's starting to head out. Look at it. Round the long blow. Gets ready to come on to the last side. A demonstration, if you like, of speed shearing. And he's down over the last front shoulder. Johnny Kay from New Zealand. Kirkpatrick it is. Round the long blow onto the last side. Can he catch his teammate? In goes Adam Berry. Gavin Much from Scotland on 6. He's on to the last side. Then it's going to be Ferguson goes in for his second here. He's back onto the board, John. Shearing like a true world champion. Back out there, he means business.
Well, it's like a real sports ground atmosphere here. I can remember yelling for kids from the sideline, but now it's the kids yelling for Dad up there. Here comes Fergie up over the top. He's about to go. Johnny K's down the belly on sheep number 7, Gavin Much. He's got the far now here too, and he's screaming down the first off leg. Here's Shannon Warren out the last side. One blow to go for the big Australian gun shearer. Down comes Gareth Daniels from Wales across the front shoulder. He's out in front of the Englishman Adam Berry at the moment. Rocking up in the middle of the stand there. Stand number 3 for Adam. Come on, mate. Put it around. Put the old rose out on your chest and pump it. Down in the long blow comes Gavin Much. Johnny K winds off the long blow. Cam Ferguson out the last side. It's the New Zealanders 1 and 2 at the moment. Don't count out the Scotsman down the far end or the Australian. He's got sheep number 7 half short. Dropping into the long blow he goes. Look, the power of a man. He's been world champion twice before. He knows what it takes to get there, and he turns for home down the last side. Up over the top comes Cam Ferguson. Johnny K about 3 blows behind him. They've got a sheep around Gareth Daniels at the moment and Adam Berry. Out comes another one for Gavin Much. Sheep number 8, just 2 in the pen for the pacemakers. Phil, they're really pumping their hearts up now.
Well, they've got it going all right, but that current world champion, New Zealander Cam Ferguson, showing the clean pair of heels, but there's still 2 sheep left in the pen. Round the long blow comes John Kirkpatrick from New Zealand, and Gavin Much from Scotland on stand number 6 is just a few blows behind him. Then on stand number 5 we've got Gareth Daniels from Wales getting ready for number 8 as Cam Ferguson brings out number 9. 1 sheep left for him, and Kirkpatrick has closed the gap. The Englishman Adam Berry going in for 8 and a few blows. In goes Gareth Daniels. Gavin Much from Scotland is not far away. He's still within Cooey. Number 9 on the board for Ferguson. Kirkpatrick's got number 9. Adam Berry brings out another one on stand number 3. Boy, he's had a good shear. Now we've got Shannon Warnes the way down over that last front shoulder on stand number 2 from Australia in the green and gold. The man in the red singlet, Gareth Daniels from Wales on stand 5. He's up the neck and round behind the ears. But Kirkpatrick drops into the long blow on stand 4. The Kiwi chasing his mate. On stand number 1 as Shannon Warnes goes in on 2 for another one. It's all Cam Ferguson at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. He brings out number 10. 9 minutes and 32 seconds, John. It's a reasonable time. Not too quick ahead above the other one on heat number 1, of course. It's all there on stand 1. I think they're going to catch the Kiwi now.
Yes, it's stand number 1 at the moment. Cam Ferguson is. Gavin Mudge, the Scotsman. He comes out with 10 as well. And Johnny Kay on 10. He cleans off the belly wall. Johnny Kay coming back at Cam Ferguson now all the time. But up and around the back of the head goes Cam Ferguson, the Kiwi. Come on, you Kiwis, get behind your team, man, and cheer him on. Out comes Adam Berry. The Shannon Warren, the Aussie. Johnny Kay up the neck and away he goes. Gavin Mudge, the Scotsman. But as Cam Ferguson gets the turn, down to the shoulder he comes and down the last side. His 10th and final sheep on the board. Down he comes, down to the flank. Cam Ferguson, come on, get behind him. Out the back leg goes Cam Ferguson in his final sheep there. And it's going to be Cam Ferguson on stand number 1.
Oh, Johnny Kirkpatrick down the last side he comes. Here comes Gavin Mudge, the necky Scotsman. But it's going to be Kirkpatrick on stand number 4 comes out the last leg as Gavin Much 3 or 4 blows behind him. The necky Scotsman doing very well. Down the last side comes Daniels as Gavin hits the button. Gareth goes in for another one. One more left in the pen there for Adam Berry as well. But over the last side comes Shannon Waters. Steps up the neck and around the back of the head now. The big fella from Australia. Come on, you Aussies, you need to puff his sails up now. He's been here and done that before, and he scores two pretty good up on top. It's just the time devil against him now as Adam Berry brings out another one. Come on, Australia, the green and gold turns for home down the last side. As he 10 or 12 blows away for completing this final, making the final here as he comes across the shoulder, down and out to the flank and feeding it down right. Phil, he's pumping it right down that last side.
Right out onto the back, Hocker right, the big green and gold, former world champion, twice in fact. Just a few more blows to go. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Shannon Ward from Australia. We go down to stand number 5 as this Lister Shearing semi-final. Gareth Daniel from Wales, he's got his time taken. A huge hand for him in the red singlet with the dragon. Round the long blow comes Adam Berry from England to finish off these semi-finals. Just 6 will go into the world final to see who's going to be the new world champion for 2012. And Adam Berry's going to have the last say in the semi-finals. He's shorn very well. Just over 12 minutes for the sheep, and it includes some full wool, plus a couple of half-breeds, fine wool. Adam Berry from England, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and that sheep just doesn't want to sit still. Couple more blows, reaches for the time button. A huge hand for those 6 shearers. And we will find out, John McBride, just who it is in the final tonight. And, of course, the other 6 will share in the World Plate.
Well, if you remember the yellow scores from before, if you can well remember them and then look up there now and see what's happening. We've got a 47 at the bottom, a 46 halfway up, 48 and a 47 with a couple of left up in the 50s. There goes the 55. So if you can think back to who was the 3 lowest, or were they below 47 in that previous heat, you'll have some idea yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
What a cracking pair of semi-finals that was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next one on the agenda this afternoon on the program, we have the Elders Primary World Wool Handling semi-final.